Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and a Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024. I was not sure if I was going to stream today, but you know what? I figured it's a new year. We're going to start this out right. It's time for a Gorilla stream. And yeah, this will be something a little different. We're going to be playing a little bit of Elite Dangerous, which I bought the other day, and should be a lot of fun. And sure enough, yeah, this has been a pretty fun game. I've spent the past couple days on it. You know, after playing No Man's Sky, I was just kind of in the itch for some more space sims. I'd heard a lot about this one, but I always kind of put it off just because I thought it was like very, very combat focused. And it can be if that's what you choose to do. But after doing a little bit of research, I was like, wow, like exploration is a big thing in this game. But more importantly, I think it'll be just kind of a good Zatsu game because most of what I'm doing is just going to weird systems, trying to scan planets. You're going to be looking at a scan meter for most of it. But, you know, I think it'll be fun. It's a nice way to kind of kick things off. And this is what happens when I'm back on a normal schedule. You know, we're starting 2024 off right by by streaming at 2 o'clock in the morning. But welcome everybody. I hope everyone that has had their new year is about ready to kick it off right and have a good time this year. You know, it always comes out to everyone coming and saying, you know, we're gonna make this year better, but you know, even if it's just a little bit better, you just got to take it one day at a time. Like, it's not just a year thing. You know, every day is a new day, and you just gotta go out and do your thing, right? But you know, when you have a turn of the year, I think it's a good opportunity to kind of look and see where you're at, put in those life goals, all of that good stuff, and you know, just kind of reset the clock a little bit, right? And in 10 minutes, we'll have the West Coast hitting with their new year. So yeah. There's not really a whole lot to say. It's a, you know, Happy New Year. That's really about it. Happy New Year, everybody. So let's go ahead and get on in here. I don't know how this is going to perform because I haven't streamed this yet. I was just trying to set it up, and like the game itself isn't super intense on my system, but once I got everything loaded up and tried loading up, you know, some YouTube pages and stuff, it got kind of wild. So yeah, we'll just take it as it comes. But you know, I'm trying to save up for the Anaconda. You guys know me. I am a pure explorer. That's kind of why I wanted to play this. For, you know, there was a lot of things we could have done for New Year's, like guitar streams or FF14 or something like that. But I figure, you know, if we're starting a new year and we're exploring new horizons, then this seemed like a good game to do that. So let's yeet ourselves into the void and see where it takes us. I haven't really explored all that much. I'm just in my little Diamondback right now, my little Diamondback Explorer. But I am saving up for the Anaconda. You know, I've been lucky enough to have a few systems that I was the first one to scan a couple of planets and got a little bit of money from it. It wasn't nearly a lot, not nearly as much as I wanted, but I didn't go that far out. So it's you know, it's kind of whatever. But yeah, so this is Elite Dangerous. This is the Milky Way galaxy, and we're trying to really just pick any system. There's really no set rules to where you go. You just pick a direction and go. That's probably the best way to do it, right? But I've been trying to go left. Like if you go down south, down in that direction, you end up getting some really nasty NPCs out and about. And you know, this is a multiplayer game, by the way. This is almost like a space MMO, which is kind of cool. So yeah, you end up getting into some pretty nasty systems out there. If you go northeast, I think that's mostly been explored for the most part. But when it comes to a lot of the big branches and everything, I don't really see a whole lot of people talking about how they've been out west. So that's where we're going. we're going to the great beyond out here. I don't really have a set area that I go to or anything like that. Like, I guess all of this is the call sector. Yeah. I'm really looking for, you know, when you look at a lot of this, I'm really looking for yellow to whitish yellow stars more than anything else. There was quite a few in the Draconis sector that seemed kind of cool, but I have not been up to a lot of that yet. So I guess we can go to Cassiope. I don't think I went here earlier. Let's go ahead and plot that out. You know, I did do the full drive system upgrade, the first one. I do not have any of the chemical processors to get the rank 2 upgrade to it, so you know, it's kind of whatever. But you know, I've been having fun just going out seeing what's out there. All right, the systems, I will say this is not an easy game if you're not good with controls. It's I am just absolutely dog water at space combat on this. I've tried getting into a few fights, and nowadays I just run away. I don't have anything in my cargo hold, so it should not be an issue while we're out exploring. I have not had anything really attack me. I've had a few scans here and there from you know, curious pirates, but then they see my cargo hold's empty, and that's, you know, that's about it. But outside of that, you know, we're just going out into the beyond. But yeah, you know me, I love anything exploration based, so that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, I hope everyone, you know, having a good time out there. And you know, if you are out and about, you know, if you are gonna be watching this on the VOD, and then do be careful, do be safe. That's all I ask. You know, it is New Year's. We know how people get. But you know, here I woke up late. You know, I don't have a very long shift tomorrow, so it'll be fairly easy. So yeah, you know, just staying in, having my celebratory glass of milk, I guess. I know I might have something a little bit later, but I was sitting here, you know, I've been playing this for a little while already today. I was sitting here and was like, man, why am I so tired? I was like, oh, wait a second, I didn't have my glass of milk today. That's why. This is what happens when you are a night owl, right? You don't get your vitamin D. You gotta supplement it somehow. So hopefully this will keep me awake, but you know, we might have something a little bit later. All right, 5 minutes. But outside of that, you know, it's been, you know, a lot of work more than anything else. Not necessarily the retail job. Thankfully, that is slowing down a little bit. The schedule's nice. This week's going to be kind of weird. I'm working like every other day. It's just kind of a weird system. But in terms of the other work, so I have officially started putting in comm requests for my first ever original model. So that will be a lot of fun. I don't know how it's gonna go. I've only put in one comm request so far. I have not heard back from them, but you know, being the holidays, who knows how that's gonna be. It's you know, I think I did it earlier this week. It's been a few days, but you know, we'll just wait and see. Oh wow, nothing mapped. Okay, wait. Oh wait, no, I don't want probes. I pressed the wrong thing. See, everything in this, there's just so many buttons to this game. Like, it's a true space sim. I've heard of people that go out and actually try using twin sticks. Like, wow, it's been a while since I've heard of anyone using twin sticks for anything that's not a racing game. So that's the kind of stuff that you're dealing with here. But it is a lot of fun. Yeah, once you get the hang of it, like playing No Man's Sky, like it's helped out a little bit. There's a little bit more wonkiness with the controls because your mouse can roll you, but for the most part, it's not too bad. If you played No Man's Sky, it's a little different, but you'll probably pick it up okay. Here we go. All right, so what we're looking for, there's probably not going to be a whole lot here. We really want metal rich worlds, well, high metal content worlds, ammonia worlds, And then the big two are going to be Earth-like worlds. Those are super rare. And water worlds. I have not come across too many Earth-like worlds yet. Those are kind of tricky, but they give a massive payout. Now, the way this works is it's kind of like No Man's Sky, where you have to upload your data, right? Here, there's no uploading, but if you are the first one to scan it, you can see down there at the bottom, I'm covering Toka's name here, but it'll say first discovered by, first person to scan it. And then first mapped by, which is when you get close to it and actually do a planetary scan on it. And the addition to that is if you are the first one to do it, you get a pretty massive payout, from what I understand. At least if it's the right kind of worlds. No one cares about rocky worlds. No one cares about icy worlds. You can kind of skip those, and you'll be okay. But if you find an Earth-like world and you are the first one to scan it, congrats on your several $1 million of free money. So as you probably saw up in the top right corner when I logged in, I don't have it up right now. There is your credits. I'm at about 9K. The Anaconda, which is apparently the best Explorer vehicle, is 180 million. I have 9. So we're going to be doing a lot of exploring. I've thought about doing a little bit of space trucking. I thought that might be kind of fun too. I thought about playing space trucking from Deep Purple when I started the stream, but I'd rather not get bonked by YouTube. But that is essentially the vibe that this game has given me. It's been a lot of fun. I've said it a billion times that I really like games where I can just kind of chill out and just set a direction and go and enjoy the sights. And so far, this game has really been hitting that space trucking vibe. You know, No Man's Sky is a little bit cooler in terms of discovery because you can land on the planets and stuff. But this game is a lot better when it comes to, like, actually trucking along, right? So, yeah. You know, they're very different. I mean, they're both space sims. They both do things a little bit differently. No Man's Sky is better in some respects, and this game's a little bit better in others. But I enjoy them both. I'm happy that I bought this on the Steam sale. This is really the only game that I bought on Steam sale so far. But it has been worth it. I have really enjoyed it. So, all right. Speaking of daily stuff, I gotta check my Azure lane. So, yeah, you know, as I was just saying, I've started putting in comm requests. It's not the best request, I don't think, because all I have for my reference sheet is a bunch of Google images that I kind of put into a collage of sorts onto a reference sheet. So it doesn't really give you a decent idea of what the character is actually supposed to look like. I mean, it does and it doesn't. If you can convert the pictures that I got into anime, then it would make perfect sense. Like, I feel like I did good enough with the description of, like, what I was going for, because obviously, you know, I put in the pictures, but I also put in description, like, on the reference sheet, little color guide, that kind of thing. Like, nothing super fancy, because again, I don't really know what I'm doing with it. But it is a start. Like, that has always been the holdup for me, was trying to get the reference sheet done. Literally, this would have been done like 3 months ago if I could draw and could make a reference sheet, even if I wasn't good enough to actually make my VTuber model. It's really the reference sheet that's helped me out, but you know, I figured this is just what we're gonna have to go with. I've joined a couple Discords that have like artists searching, and it's like live 2D specific, so that's really good. And I haven't put out any calls there yet. I'm still waiting to hear back from this one artist and see if they take it, but she was very much, you know, if she likes the concept kind of artist, which is, I mean, that's perfectly fine. That's your right as an artist. I just don't know. I don't know if my concept is good enough. I don't know if she does male models. That could be the other thing. Like, that's the tricky part. Like, male VTubers, let's be honest, we've got our work cut out for us. Between the actual stats, you know, our analytics, the viewers, and actually like getting a lot of it done in terms of like the art stuff, like you've really got to find people that are okay with doing that kind of thing. So, you know, it'll be a little bit of search. You know, that's fine. I'm not opposed to doing a little bit more work. But you know, it's just a lot of the factors going in through my head as I try getting a lot of this stuff done, right? So that's how the year's starting. But at the very least, there is progress on it. So when I actually do get it done, many months from now, more than likely, when it is actually ready to go, we will have it like an actual debut. I'll actually put up, you know, a fully formed debut stream. Since I never really did that with this, it was basically, hey, I'm testing this model, you guys want to come check it out, right? So yeah, I'm excited though. Like, I really want to get this stuff done this year. Like, I think that was kind of one of my resolutions. I mentioned it in a few tweets and that kind of thing, but that's really the main resolution that I've got, is to actually get a new model, possibly make an original song. Rocky Ice World, okay. Not a whole lot there. Now, you do get more if you scan the whole system. I've been kind of bad about it. If it's like a bunch of rocky worlds or whatever, or the sun is in the way, then I kind of just ignore it. But you do get a little bit more for completing the whole system, just kind of a heads up. Right. And I've got my fuel scoop here, so I'll show you how this works. Like, this little guy is a great little explorer. I'm not gonna lie. It's been pretty solid compared to what I was using a little bit earlier, but yeah. So you just fly close to a sun that's the right star type, and you can see the bar goes up. Before I was doing this with my last ship, I was getting like 17 per second. I had like the base level, I don't know what it was, like a rank 3 cargo scoop. This one's a rank 5B. I still can't afford a 5A, so we're still waiting on that. Yeah, this is massively fast compared to what I was using. So yeah, here we go. But yeah, you know, it's going to be an exciting year. I'm really excited to get a bunch of stuff moving forward with the channel, really take this VTubing thing to the next level, get some more streams out there. You know, I've been trying to do 3 streams a week. We're going to try pushing that up a little bit if I can, and, you know, increase those viewers. You know, I really want to aim for 1,500 subs here on YouTube. I think that's more than doable. Obviously, higher than that is always good, but that's kind of the goal. Like, that's the near goal. I keep going back and forth. Like, I'll gain a few subs and then I'll have a few leave. I guess, you know, people know me for like my FF14 guides and stuff, and then I guess they see that I'm a VTuber and I eat VTubers, right? Which is fine. But, you know, it's just kind of funny that I keep kind of hovering. So yeah, we're really gonna be doing a whole push this year, just really trying to grow the channel, grow the community, and just make this the best that we can make it, right? Like, you would think that would be something that just would need to be done anyways, but I want to make it like an actual goal this year. Yeah, really come down and take it a lot more seriously than we have been. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. But, you know, looking back, okay, so this is AB1. You gotta remember that. I'll show you guys how to do an actual planetary scan here in a second. Got AB1. And we got a couple gas giants. Gas giants aren't really worth anything. I want to go ahead and complete the system scan if I can. I see, yeah. We're good there. All right. But looking back, you know, 2023 was good. I'm very happy with what we've gotten done on the channel overall, with the content that we've made, the games that we've played. It's been a very, very good time. It's been a very good year overall for me. Maybe not so much on the work front, but yeah, not much I can do about that. Yeah, you know, I think between starting the VTuber thing and just giving the whole streaming thing an actual go, you know, I think there's been a lot of progress. And just in other things in life, you know, one of the things that I really wanted to get started this year was actually start learning Japanese. And yeah, that's been going really well. It's mostly just Duolingo for right now. I need to open my Genki books and actually like sit down and work on it. But, you know, just being able to read names in streamer chat and that kind of stuff like that, I really can't explain what it feels like to suddenly be able to see what all of these little symbols mean. Like, okay, so we got AB1 and C1, got it. Cool. I think there's any other metal planets. That's fine. Probably one more up here somewhere. No. All right. And we're like off the grid. Oh, there we go. There we go. The other one is probably hidden behind. There we go. Not hidden behind the sun. There. I should do it. All right, so let's do an actual planetary scan. So I got to find AB1. It was AB1, right? Yeah, here we go. All right. I will say this game takes a lot longer to do anything than No Man's Sky. It's a lot of looking at this. Which is why I've actually got some copyright-free music going on in the background. So thank you to our artists out there. They are credited down in the description. But yeah, so learning Japanese, I mean, it's been pretty wild, and just being able to pick out certain things when I watch clips of, you know, Hololive and stuff. Like I've never experienced anything like that before. It's just it's very, very wild being able to understand things for the first time. Right? Like this is what it must have felt like when we were babies, right? Yeah. But I really want to give it a good go. I'm still thinking I need to take a look and see what the deadlines look like. But I am still looking at applying to Jet. You know, it might be a bit too late for this year. I'm not entirely sure, but I want to give it a shot if nothing else. So, yeah, there's that. So once it slows down, my surface scanner over there, you can see it says I'm going too fast for right now. And that's fine. It happens. Nice. Okay. Heavy metal content world. This should get us a little bit of money. It's not... They're not nearly worth as much as the Earth-like planets, but they'll get the job done. Like it'll be progress towards the anaconda. Yeah. So that little line is the horizon. Past that means the backside of the planet until you go all the way back to Miss, right? So like you can really slingshot it. Now, if the planet is super heavy or super light, you kind of have to take that into account. That's what that meter on the left is like. I'm not super great at understanding that part of it. I just kind of throw them out there. As long as I am within that efficiency target that you see, I've got seven probes. Like you can go above that. You don't lose the scan or anything. But I think it does impact how much you get out of it, or whether or not you can technically call yourself the discovery, right? I'm not entirely sure how that all works. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's been a good year being able to do stuff like that and learn a new language after I don't know why. It's just maybe it's because I watch so many streamers that are Japanese thanks to VTubing. But it just comes to me easier than any other language that I've tried to learn so far. Like Irish didn't go all that well. Spent 2 years in German in college. That definitely didn't go too well. What do we still got? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Well, we're gonna go above our target, but that's fine. All right. I think I took French in high school. I don't even remember. I took French and Spanish. I've tried learning. I've tried learning, and it never took until now. And yeah, I've been able to pick out, you know, words here and there when I'm watching Polka or Miko clips and that kind of thing. It's not like a lot, but it's more than I could before. Here we go. All right, let's get out of range here. The only thing that I dislike about this game is trying to land on planets. It is a pain in the butt. It is a huge ordeal trying to land on planetary outposts. Normally, I wouldn't care, but there are a couple of upgrades that you can get that you have to land on a planet. And it's just, here we go. All right, well, I screwed that up. I didn't mean to turn it off. It's cool. There we go. Yeah, it's a pain. It truly is. Thankfully, like, everything for the most part is automated. Like, getting to the planet is automated. Landing is automated. The only thing that's not automated is the approach, and unfortunately, it's like the one thing that takes forever is approaching the base. That gap between when you actually arrive at the planet and when you can actually land is usually several minutes for me. There we go. All right, drive assist. I think this was the right one. We'll find out the hard way. Yeah, you know, what'd you guys do in 2023 that you're proud of? Surely, you know, we all did something that we were proud of or that made us a little bit happy in 2023. I know it wasn't the best of years. For me, I'm just happy I managed to maintain gainful employment. Like, yeah, I hate retail, but at the same time, it's better than not having money. It was getting pretty dire there for a little bit, so yeah. You know, getting my my pennies per hour is enough. Enough to maintain my bills and lets me keep doing this, right? Obviously, you know, 2024 brings an opportunity to bring things to new heights, but gotta start somewhere. That start was 2023. Here we go. Oh. Let's see. There's a lot of good stuff that came out in 2023. You know, I talked about my favorite games, right? The top 3, Baldur's Gate 3. Number 2 was Lies of P, and then number 1, of course, Armored Core. Armored Core is just that good. But a lot of good movies. Now, I really enjoyed Barbenheimer, now that I've seen them both. Killers of the Flower Moon, very good. I'm expecting a few awards from that. I really, really loved Godzilla Minus One, though. I think Godzilla Minus One was probably my favorite movie this year. Out of everything that I've seen, somehow Big G actually brought it home. It's just, it really, truly is that good. I really, really enjoyed it. It's heartfelt, it's emotional, it's a war movie with Godzilla as a backdrop. That's really what it comes down to. And very, very different from most other Godzilla movies. I mean, Shin Godzilla is probably the closest. I like Shin Godzilla. It's a very different kind of movie, though. You know, one's almost a satire. Big G, Godzilla Minus One is, like, it is deadly serious, man. Like, it is not a movie you really laugh a whole lot. But it was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. That's not to say that the other Godzillas are not good. I mean, I'll admit, I'm ready to see Godzilla and King Kong team up. Beat the crap out of, I don't know, I guess, Gorilla Grodd. That's what the new King Kong movie kind of, or Godzilla versus Kong movie kind of reminds me of. Like, they wanted to make a Gorilla Grodd movie, but they couldn't really use Grodd, so like, you know what, screw it, let's just put Godzilla in there too. And you know what, I'm not complaining about it. Like, that's the thing, Godzilla's 70 years old. The character has done so much over the years that you can really kind of let Godzilla be whatever you want it to be. Like, that's the magic of these very old franchises, is they're allowed to kind of bend things a little bit. So, you know, you get to enjoy Godzilla Minus One and cry a little bit and sit at the edge of your seat. And then you get to, you know, watch Godzilla beat up some baddies. Godzilla X Kong. There's a little bit for everybody. But yeah, I think I really, really want to see Iron Claw. My coworker's been telling me a lot about it, and I've really liked Zac Efron. So that should be a lot of fun. I just got to, I don't know about fun. It's not exactly a happy story, but I do really, really want to see it. Oh, I've got messages. We got, oh, for reputation stuff. Now this guy up here, I'm sick of this notification. Here we go. I don't know how to get rid of it. There does not appear to be a way to get rid of it. So you just kind of gotta deal with it, unfortunately. All right. Now don't forget, you know, we're starting off the year right, because next week, oh crap, I gotta check my schedule. Next week we have FanFest. So kind of speaking of, you know, a little bit of housekeeping stuff. I will be doing my best, as every time, to stream FanFest. So I do have this weekend off. I swung that, but it works. That's cool. So yeah, we should have our traditional live stream watch along. Now, I need to double check what times they are going to be. I like, it's all in JPT right now on the website. JPT and GMT, so I gotta do the conversion stuff. Yeah, we will be having our FanFest watch along, assuming it's not super early in the morning. I'm gonna try my best. Yeah, this will be the last big FanFest before Dawn Trail. This is where everything is finally revealed. And it should be a lot of fun. I imagined, like, all of the stuff that we've been anticipating for the past two FanFest is finally going to actually make it out. So Female Rothgar, the final job, all of that good stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If I remember right, JP FanFest does take a little bit longer. I might have to go back to my old forewarning that I'm going to stream at least half of it. But we'll see, we'll see. You know, with it being FanFest, you know, they don't really do an intermission. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think Koji will probably be there doing some translation. I don't see why it wouldn't. Yeah. I assume. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. I have not had a chance to play a whole lot of FF14 lately. You know, I had that streak for a little bit where I was really, really into RP and getting back into it, and then I found other games. So I apologize to my friends that are out there. Probably wondering Wait. They haven't come to the bathhouse in the past couple of weeks. I hope they're okay. I'm okay. Here we go. I just have other things on the mind. There we go. Let's go. There you go. System scan. Found a couple new things. It'd already been previously scanned, but that's fine. I mean, we're so close to the bubble that it's really not a big deal. We're speaking of, the bubble is where everyone starts out. It's like occupied space around Earth, right? And it seems really big and scary when you first start because you're in a ship that can only jump maybe a couple of light years tops. But it's really, really very small. It does not take a whole lot to get out into the black once you actually like start getting into it. So, yeah. But we are officially out of the bubble, I think. And slow down. All right, buddy. I'll show you what the bubble looks like here in a second. I'm debating whether or not I need to turn off my heater. I'm kind of distracted because it's getting a little warm. But at the same time, I know that the moment I turn it off, it will no longer be warm. So, decisions. That's the only downside about bringing in a new year, is that it happens in the middle of winter here. I'm so cold. I'm so tired of this room. Okay, there we go. I might need to... Okay, so we've already discovered all the system bodies here. All right. We'll sit here for a second. As long as my heat doesn't get up to about like 75-ish, we'll be okay. Like, my heat shielding on this is so much better than my other ship. I really, really like this little Diamondback. I can see why it's so popular. Oh, no, you don't. You can see how it rolls anytime I even breathe against my mouse. It's way too sensitive. But, you know, it doesn't really hurt you when you're just standing still like this, but I've died a couple of times to other things. All right, there we go. That'll be enough. Man, that's so fast. All right. Off we go then. Yeah, I don't even remember how far out we're going. I feel like I just kind of clicked pretty far out there, at least for me. Like, we need to be able to at least go back to the system, like the bubble, at some point, so that we can actually turn in our stuff. Supposedly there's a few stations out here. They can be like really hard to find sometimes, but I've heard they exist. I don't know. This is another game where Wikipedia is kind of the king, right? There's so many fan Wikipedias and that kind of thing to go over all of the crazy information that you need to know. And it is a lot of information. Let's see here. Got anything? Okay. Let me show you the bubble real quick. You probably saw it a little bit earlier. I think I had that mode on. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so you turn on power play mode here and just click on a faction. And that will bring up the bubble. You can see why it's called that. Here we go. Yeah, basically anything outside of this is no man's land. That doesn't mean there's nothing out here, because there's a lot of stuff out here. You're just not going to find like your stations and all of that, right? You gotta really search around a little bit to find that kind of stuff. There's Draconis. That makes sense. All right. So yeah, like once you get outside of here, you're basically in free roam area, right? Might need to go up north a little bit. I feel like I'm veering a little too far south into the scary Thargoid territory. I literally don't have any guns on me right now. If something attacks me, basically I have to run. I have no other option. But if you're doing an explorer build, that's kind of how things are supposed to be. You typically don't keep a whole lot of extra mounts on your explorer ships. It's all about weight. You want to get rid of as much weight as you possibly can. Now, I'm not like a pure explorer build. I do still have some like cargo crates and that kind of thing because I still need the possibility to pick up some things. If I do, for whatever reason, come across like a chemical processor or something like that, I'm gonna have to pick it up. That way I can do my upgrades to my FDS. But, you know, once I do that, then comes the issue of, okay, things will start scanning my cargo hold and try and get me because I'm holding goods, I'm holding commodities. Typically, everyone will ignore you if you don't have anything in your cargo hold, so you don't have to worry all that much. Okay, so what do we got here? This is mostly, I mean, there's a few rocky or metallic planets, it looks like, but nothing that's really worth it. In fact, that over there, number 5, that might be an asteroid belt. Okay. Oh, no? What is it? Yeah, it's a belt cluster. Okay. Now, you can do mining and all that stuff, too. Like, I did a little bit of mining. I needed to... Okay, first mapped by Alita. I needed to do it for a couple of missions. That's the thing, is like, I'm doing probably the least interesting thing for streams, which is scanning planets. But you can do mission runs. You can do cargo runs, you can do piracy. Like, there's no lack of options for however you want to play this game. Like I've mentioned before that, like, I've been a long time goon, right? And in typical fashion, I guess, the SA forums really claimed a lot of space when the game was super active. Now, I don't know how many people still even play this. I was surprised that whenever I was trying to set this stream up, YouTube says this came out in 2014, so 10 years ago. Like, that's just wild to me. I didn't realize it was that old. It definitely doesn't look that old. It's a pretty good looking game. Yeah. But yeah, so, you know, you can do the wars if you really want to, I guess. Not really my thing. The combat's just too janky. The ships are kind of spicy to control. For the kind of high maneuverability. Like, it to me, it always feels like the ships that are attacking me have way better maneuverability than I do. Like, if I'm trying to pitch up to them, it just doesn't feel like I'm ever catching up. And there's no auto lock. And there is auto lock for the weapons, but there's no auto targeting. Like there is a No Man's Sky where it will follow the ship. So, yeah. Not that I really need it. I mean, you guys know me, I like the exploration. But it would have been nice to, you know, at least try a couple of missions. And I have had a couple of missions fail because I got attacked and I ended up dying. I had to pay a fine. You have to pay a fine if you accept a mission and then fail it. So, yeah. I owed some people some money. Which is fine. It's okay. I've made more than enough back. And it's not like the fines are even really all that much. Like, 30,000 credits in this game is really nothing. The problem is, I never know where I'm supposed to pay it. Like, all the systems are owned by a bunch of different factions and all of this other stuff. So I would, like, click on the contacts and be like, oh, hey, there's a legal advisor. Can I give you money to pay this fine? And they're like, you don't have any fines. What are you talking about? I know I have a fine. It says over here on my sheet. It says over here I've got fines. Yeah. I guess there's some stuff you can unlock with reputation and that kind of thing. But I haven't really dealt with a whole lot of that yet. I want to know how to get a permit for Soul, though. That's something I need to look up, because I think it'd be kind of cool to just go and check out what Earth looks like, right? Seems like it'd be fun. Yeah, we're fine. Man, that's so fast. I know that you guys have nothing to compare it to, but I do. It's so much faster. Alright. Now, I've heard that later on, it starts getting really pretty. Like, I found one collapsing star. Looks like the big hourglass. That was pretty cool. It was very bright, and I jump into the system, and it's, like, blinding me. But it was really, really cool to see. But I haven't really found a whole lot else. It's really just kind of the background. But apparently, like, you can find black holes. You can find, you know, nebulas. All kinds of cool stuff. That's really what I want to get to, is to get the screenshot stuff. Get me in my photo mode, man. Put me in a photo mode, and I am more than happy. Oh, man, we're already there. This would have taken me a solid... probably 2 hours in my old ship. Like, that's how much of a difference, and it really wasn't that much more expensive. Like, considering how easy it is to get credits for just one lucky system scan, like, it really was not pricey to get this. This was 1.5 million, I think. And yeah, it's definitely been worth it for what is essentially just very easy upgrades. And man, that's a huge sun. Okay, what do we got? Oh. Okay, so some more metallic worlds, it looks like. Yeah. Metal content. I'd like to find another ammonia world. I feel like those made me a decent amount of money. A lot of metallic worlds. I have a feeling this one was probably scanned pretty early just because it's a different name. Those kind of stick out when everything's just COL, number. Play a belt, yeah. Here we go. Makes that easy. Belts are great, because once you scan one belt, all of them are unlocked. Yeah. And it's not like I don't have options in terms of things to scan. Okay, there's still another one here. There we go. Everything here is metal. Yeah, this is like a really lucky system. Good job, Blevins. You were the first one to scan it, and I'm sure you made a lot of money from it. That's a lot of systems. A lot of metal. Yeah. Alright. So where are we going next? I don't know. Let's see if we can find something kind of cool. See if we can find like an odd looking star in here somewhere. Something that's a little off pitch. Blue-white star. There we go. Let's go give that a look. I have not seen that many blue-white stars, so I am very, very curious what this is going to look like. Now, unlike No Man's Sky, which has several galaxies, this is only one galaxy. It's not like you can just hop to a different area that's got a better makeup or whatever of certain types of stars. I mean, I'm sure certain sectors of the galaxy might have better chances of having certain kinds of stars. But But I have not come across them. I have also not come across any black holes. I have no idea how black holes are found, but apparently you can make a lot of, excuse me, a lot of money scanning them. It would be nice to find like a station, just a station, somewhere out here, so I can turn some of this stuff in. Yeah. Let's see here. I would say about half of what I've scanned, I've had nothing at all. I'd say, yeah, about half. Just stars or planets that are already there. Now they might have asteroid belts and that kind of thing. I mean, that's fine. So, here we go. Here we go. If anything new pops up. What do we got? What are you? Their icy body. I thought maybe that one just to the right might have been ammonia based. No, it looks like we might have one metal rich. The rest are all going to be icy. Kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. Yeah. It's all right. Hey, nice. Else no. Then these are just signals. So this is how I can get chemical processors. I'm not worried about picking them up yet right now. Like you can fight and get them. They're dropped from enemies if you choose to go that route. If you're bloodthirsty like some people are. But you can also get them if you're very anti-combat or you're an explorer. You can get them from some of these signals, but I don't know what the drop rate is on them or anything like that. I've only really checked out one signal. They gave me like nothing really. Gave me a frame or something like that. There we go. There's the metal content world. Okay. Oh, B1. Okay, well, we're gonna head over there in a second. That one has not been scanned yet. Okay. B1, B2. One should be getting us pretty close to the end. How many am I getting? About 4 per scan. There we go. All right, so we want B1 and B2. Where are you? There we go. All right, off we go. Yeah, I'll make some time for that. We'll go out of our way a little bit. Why not? Get the first scan on it. Really surprised. I figured we'd be still close enough to the bubble that people would have already explored this. Like, one of the cool things with these space games that I really like is that even though they might have a smaller player base, that player base is very, very dedicated. And it's kind of the same as in No Man's Sky, where people will do some pretty massive events, either creating hubs, forming roving bands of scanners, all kinds of really cool stuff. So yeah, there were quite a few, from what I saw, attempts to scan like entire arms of the galaxy. They scanned like collectively something like 30,000 systems or something like that. It's pretty wild. So I'm genuinely surprised that being this close to the bubble, that there's still planets that have not actually had a full planetary scan yet. I mean, I'm not going to complain. You know, heavy metal like this is probably not worth that much. It's probably worth like 80,000. And that's not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. When you're starting out, it is. But I mean, I need 183 million. Like 80,000 bucks is a drop in the bucket, if that. But it's kind of cool. My name will be on there as first mapped by, assuming I can get this done in the proper number of probes. That's the tricky question. All right. Hope you guys are digging the music. It's not very often that I have music in the background, is it? I mean, I have the game music. It's just easier. It's easier. You don't have to worry about getting bonked. But yeah, like a 3-hour long playlist or something that this guy made. Yeah, thank you. So what's their name? Hey, let me take a look here. White Bat Audio. Yeah, thank you, White Bat. Streamers like myself appreciate your work. It definitely helps us out. Like, yeah, I'd love to have Space Truckin' and some Rainbow. Maybe a little Molly Hatchet playing in the background. Really live my true Space Truckin' life. But unfortunately, that's not an option. So yeah, the people who are just happy to make music, so us streamers have something in the background while we talk. They're the real heroes out there. But I mean, I mean that seriously. Right? It's extremely difficult sometimes to deal with music stuff when you're trying to do this as a streamer. Probably more frustrating than anything else about streaming. I'll be completely honest. It's probably the thing that I hate dealing with the most. All right. We're finally speeding up. Yeah, this. So, watch any good TV lately? Oh, that's right. I am watching See You in My 19th Life. When I'm not streaming this, that's usually what's on in the background. Like, this is probably the longest flight that I've had yet. But did we start at like 200 something L's? That's a long flight, man. So yeah, I've been putting on my K-dramas in the background, having a good time. I really like it. But, you know, I'm about halfway through the season and there's like a big plot twist that happens. And suddenly it becomes, I've noticed this a lot with K-dramas. We're like halfway through the season, all of a sudden it becomes almost like a crime drama for no reason. Like, I don't know. The initial plot was fine, guys. You don't need to add a twist to add, you know, the criminal element to it. But it's not bad or anything. It's just, it really just kind of came from nowhere. Like, you kind of expect it in US TV because, you know, US TV, you go for 6 or 7 seasons and you start having issues coming up with plot lines for these big network shows, right? So if they didn't initially have a plan, usually something goes kind of wild. It doesn't always mean it's a bad thing, but you can kind of tell when the writers are kind of running out of steam for a US show. But like, K-dramas are like 12 episodes, man. It's 12 episodes. You could have told the story without having to go with the twist. I like this track. It's just a chill synth. I literally just looked up like copyright free music on YouTube. This is like chill synth wave. You know the deal. I thought about putting Lo-Fi Girl, but I don't know if Lo-Fi Girl is technically copyright free. Probably not. Figured, you know, I'm not gonna step on their game. But yeah, anyways, I have been enjoying it. It's about a girl who can remember her past lives, and she died early in her previous life when she was really in love with like a neighbor kid or something like that. So when she reincarnates, she really wants to hook up with this, well, he's now a man. And being a typical K-drama, everyone involved is very rich already. Like, he's the son of a CEO. She, because she can remember all of her past lives, excelled at pretty much everything in school and made a lot of money with her various skills that she's learned over 19 lives. And so So yeah, everyone is very pretty and very rich, as is tradition. But you know, outside of that, it's fine. I like it. I've been in the mood for some more K drama romance, and you know, it's hitting all the right notes. But the problem is, I know I'm gonna be done with this soon, and then I'm gonna need another one, and then what do I do? I'm burning through them faster than Netflix can put them out. Becoming a real problem. I watch K-dramas more than I watch typical US television nowadays. I think probably the only other thing coming out soon that I'm really interested in US-wise is probably the Avatar live action. We'll see how that goes. I'm cautiously optimistic after how good One Piece was. I've heard Yu Yu Hakusho is pretty good. My buddies were always really big into Yu Yu Hakusho, but I never got into it for some reason. I think it was about the time that I was like phasing out of my Toonami phase. Right, I was just kind of aging out of the system that they started putting that on. I might give it a go. If anything, it's a good excuse to check out the original. Like, there's a lot of classic anime that I haven't watched. I started Ranma Half, and it didn't... I only got a few episodes in before I got distracted. Got Macross sitting on a DVD or something somewhere. I really need to finish that, because, like, that's... If you're talking about, like, classic 80s mecha anime, like, you gotta talk about Macross. And I found a really good Macross shirt at Spencer's for only $1 because it was in the clearance section. And that's kind of what inspired me to start looking for the Blu-rays. I was like, yeah, this is the stuff. It's a really sick shirt too. It's the Nyan Nyan Cafe, Nyan Nyan Chinese restaurant. She's holding 2 dim sum plates. Really cute. It's a super soft shirt too, which makes it even better. That's the best when you find an anime shirt that you like. It's not just the design, it's also just genuinely a good shirt. A very comfy shirt to wear around the house. Strangely enough, my ecchi shirts are kind of like that too. I only have 1 or 2. Our Spencer's doesn't really get a decent selection of that kind of thing, and it's not like I can really wear them out and about. That doesn't stop some people. I've seen, you know, since I work in the mall that has Spencer's in it, I see some people with some shirts that are like, really, man, you're out in public. But, you know, it's okay. You're allowed to buy them. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I've got a couple. All right. All right, take me in. Get this thing scanned. I don't even remember what the other one was that I needed. I think it was 1 and 2, right? I think it was. I guess we're gonna find out the hard way. I can always open up the system scan again, I guess. But I don't want to travel another 20 KLs just to end up at the wrong icy planet. Out of here with that icy stuff. No one wants you. You're useless. We've solved the water problem already. Alright. Here we go. Slowing the approach. Now, question is, how big is this one gonna be? If it's a small planet, you can do it in 4 probes in a lot of cases. That makes it always nice. Quick in and out. Hey, look at that. Yeah, this planet's tiny. It might be a moon. That could be why. Well, and boom. See how this goes. Wait, 2 probes? Really? Oh, I don't know if that will count then for first discovery. That really sucks. All right. Yeah, I think it was 2. So that's where we're gonna go. Line of sight. Get out of the planet range. I'm gonna make sure. Let's just double check this, shall we? Yeah, see, it was 2. Where were you? Oh, definitely wasn't 3. Okay, yeah, it's definitely 2. Oh. All right, well, now I know. I hope that still counts for first scan. I think it does. I think I just don't get as much money or something like that. Oh, that's just like, just a hop and a skip away. All right, makes that easy. Once I get out of this planet's pool. You weren't even a big planet. Why is it taking so long? You have like no oxygen. You have no atmosphere, man. You're small, you're rocky, you're barren. You just have a lot of metal. It'd not be that hard to escape you. Alright, well, if this one ends up being 2 probes again, I'll just do the 2 poles, and that should make it easy enough. For the equator, we'll see. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break. Well, not even 5 minutes. I'm gonna turn off my heater. Bear with me a second. I like have to crank the thing. I don't know if you've seen like one of those big kerosene heaters. It's literally the same kind of heater. If you played Persona 5, you know what kind of kerosene heater I'm talking about. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen one. But normally there's like a little lever that you press, and it should automatically shut it off. But my handle's kind of broken. Like it's caught on something, or it's just old. And yeah, it doesn't shut off the way that it is. So I have to like crank the thing down. That's probably not a good thing. Being a kerosene heater, I should probably be a little more worried about it than I am. But, you know, if I die, I die. Right. There we go. So you only have to get to 90%, and then it automatically covers the rest. There we go. All right, now where... Where am I going? Oh, it's like on the other side of the planet. Lucky me! Right, it's a small one. Apparently I speed up faster than the autopilot does, so. Right. Come on, where are you? There we go. Aisu. Oh yeah. Like an hour ago. Happy New Year, West Coast. Coming up on Hawaii, I guess. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. That's kind of cool. Thing good here? Rocky Ice Worlds. Oh. Oh. Ooh. This one could be interesting. I think that might be an ammonia planet. Get in here and see what we got here. So we got that for sure. There's a signal. Get it out of the way so it clears the space. Yeah. Belt clusters, nice. Got those out of the way. Let's see here. What do you got for me? Take a look. Rocky body, okay. 1. This is a high metal world. Yeah, see, other people probably have the same idea I had. Like, hey, let's check out the cool looking worlds, right? Check out the cool looking stars. I bet they've got something unique. Okay. Water world, yeah. Yeah, there we go. We need to go scan that in a bit. I haven't found too many water worlds. The Earth worlds are just to the left of the water world little thing there. Yeah. Okay. What's 4 and 3? 3 and 4, got it. Got it. 3B4. Cool, good to know. Probably just more gas giants. Yeah. Super giant. Okay. Oh. Making our way there. Over here. Gotta be another one. Yeah, so those other ones must be... must be moons. BB4. There we go. Okay. And that one I think might be an ammonia world, maybe? Okay, what's that? Just rocky? Okay. Now, once you know how to, like, there's charts and stuff that you can find online that just puts what worlds are on the spectrometer down there. It's what they do in real life too, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you've ever taken an astronomy class at all, but it's kind of cool how they do it. But yeah, there's a spectrometer, and basically it matches up to the chemical makeup of the planet and how the light is reflected off of it, I guess. I don't know, I didn't do too well in my astronomy class. But that was the semester that I dropped out, so there was just a lot going on. But yeah, it is really cool how they actually can tell what kind of worlds we're looking at. Yeah, when the Webb telescope or Hubble or something looks at an area. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of cool that they put it into the game. You know, it's very sci-fi-ish, very true to life. Yeah, we're looking for one more. What would it be? Yeah, a few more. I'm only getting 2 per. Okay. I might as well finish up. Okay. Where's the other one? Oh, here we go. Ah, gotcha. Nice. All right, so let's go scan those water worlds. Those are worth a fair amount. Cool. It was B2 and there we go. B3 and 4, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Problem is, I don't think I can use that star for fuel. I don't think blue-white counts. All right, we are off. For how big this game is, it runs really well. You can kind of tell how, because of how the planets and everything are phased into your sightline when you see them. Like, they're super small until you actually get within a certain amount of range, and then it actually loads the planet. Yeah, I mean, it looks really good. Let me turn on my lights. There we go. Here we go. There's my Diamondback. Here's my old Explorer. The only thing that I really dislike so far is the fact that changing color schemes and stuff requires like real money. All it arcs, like, you get a little bit for free each week just kind of playing the game, but it's not a whole lot, and some of the color schemes and whatnot are kind of pricey. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of dumb that I would have to pay real money just to color my ship. Like, that does not make a whole lot of sense to me. Okay. If we can get a new screenshot in here. Something for a future old thumbnail. Okay. Zoom blur toggle. What's that? Focus. Oh. Here we go. The anti-aliasing is... Well, I did turn it down a little bit just so I could stream. That's fine. There. Hey, I remembered my buttons. Perfect. All right. Yeah, this should net me a fair amount. Oh, it's just a shame that I'm not the first one to discover it, but I mean, that makes sense. It makes sense. Like the lone blue-white star in this vast sea of red dwarfs. So go figure. All right. Yeah, I think later this week we're gonna try and do another guitar stream at a certain point. I don't know which day yet. Like I said, it's weird. I don't even know why we're open today. The holiday, like, I get the time and a half. I'm not gonna complain. That's like 2 weeks straight of getting time and a half, but it's just very odd. But thankfully I'm not in until like late afternoon, so that's cool. But yeah, every other day. So what is today? Monday? So tomorrow, Tuesday, Thursday, and then the weekend for FanFest. Yeah, I've got a couple new songs that I really want to learn, so we might try that out on stream. And I've also been learning a little bit more just about guitar in general. I've been reading up some reviews about my guitar, and I didn't realize that the volume knobs on my humbuckers were as important as they are. like some of the feedback you've probably heard in some of my past streams is probably nothing to do with the cable or my DST settings. It's probably because I've got the volume cranked all the way up. Like, these are the first time I've ever had active pickups. I did not realize that they are as powerful as they are. Like, you can definitely hear the difference in the sound having the active pickups, but I didn't realize the difference in like how that affects going through a digital input, and it's not a small amount. So yeah, we'll be playing around with some stuff a little bit later on. But yeah, I really want to learn. The next big song that I really want to learn is Trapped Under Ice. I think that'll be kind of fun. Then I've also got some new parts ordered for my old guitar, the one that I did on that stream, my old KH203 Cinderella. That I realized instead of replacing the whole Floyd Rose bridge, I can just replace the nuts, like the little blocks that go into the saddle, because that's what's been worn down over the years after all the times that my strings have popped out and things have gotten rusted, you know, little things like that. But yeah, you can just buy the blocks. They're only like $6. So like, all right, I'll go ahead and just buy a whole set of those, right? So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet though. I kind of want to keep it in OpenSea because I'd like to do more Devin Townsend stuff on stream and play around in OpenSea a little bit more, because I feel like I'm much better at just kind of improving in OpenSea. Like, I can see why Devin likes it so much. So yeah, that might be something a little bit different. You know, I've got to get the things in, so it'll take a little bit of time. They're probably coming from China or something, I don't know. But yeah, well, maybe there's one company I don't. The problem is when you're looking for guitar parts, it's hard to tell who's legit or not, right? There's one company I think that's in Philadelphia, or like Philadelphia Luthiers. Might order from them, and it'll get here kind of fast. Yeah. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. I've needed to do this for years. I don't know why it never occurred to me to just buy the blocks. Here I was for the past almost decade thinking like, man, I don't know how to replace the Floyd Rose bridge. I don't want to really mess a whole lot with the internals of the guitar. I'm too dumb to figure this out. And it's just like, wait a second, these blocks pop out all the time if I loosen them up too much. Why don't I just see if I can buy those? I'll have to see what the measurements are. It's a licensed Floyd Rose. It's not an actual one. I have to make sure that whatever I get is going to match up, right? But I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. Even the licensed stuff is, for the most part, going to be a pretty standardized size. Like, trust me, if they knew that they could make an individual licensed size, it would be a lot easier to find because they would be selling it. Like, if they had a way to make more money off of their license, they would do it. So yeah, I think just a couple generics will be okay. I just need to make sure not to go with the wide saddle one, because I don't think this is a wide saddle. I feel like this music really kind of fits a vibing out in space. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing, right? I know it's been kind of a low energy stream, but I mean, we're just vibing and scanning planets. I don't know what people expect from that. Oh, I mean, I would say I could break out the guitar and play while we're doing all this, but I don't think my computer could handle all of that much. It was already kind of pushing the limits, just opening all of my VTubing stuff to get this game up and running. Ugh. I do want to kind of learn how to do the hauling stuff in this. I feel like I haven't really done a whole lot other than a couple of missions here and there. I've got more than enough to afford the basic hauler. Just so scared of combat, man. I'm so bad at the combat in this. For a game that really kind of markets itself on the space combat, because it does in a lot of ways. It's not very good combat. It's really not. I have no idea what's going on half the time. I mean, overall, it's just very surprising this game isn't bigger than it is, and I think a lot of it is the marketing. Like, it's very different than anything that I expected it to be from all of the screenshots and stuff that I had read. Like, I mean, let's be honest. If you heard the name Elite Dangerous, you'd probably think it was like a first-person shooter, right? Like, you'd think you'd be playing some milsim PvP game, right? But it's not that remotely. All right, HIP 4519B3. Get you scanned in. Show me that water. Show me that beautiful blue of yours. All right, how many we got? So we can do up to 7. Gotcha. Oh. Cool. That should be good enough. Seems like the gravity's a little bit heavier. 2.4 Earths. So that's like the gravity does affect how your probes fly. Plobes? The hell's a plobe? Okay. So you do have to be at least somewhat aware of it. What's coming up on the other side here? Gotcha. I can probably really launch this thing and it'll be okay. This is the middle mouse button. This is how you can see what's going on the back side. Where we got? Where's it landing? Oh, that actually. Okay. All right. Doing all right now. I've got one more probe, and I've got to hit it like right here. I might just wait for it to spin around. Might. See. There we go. Give it a shot. Let's see how this goes. And the other question is, if I do get first mapping rights, which name it uses? It'll be Wessor. I hope it is. But my character name is Guido Lynch. Which again, buy my books. Or not. That's fine. Last time a couple people bought my books, they ended up getting returned. And I got a $50 invoice from good old Ingram the other day. That wasn't a fun bill to get all of a sudden. I was like, I haven't even sold any of these in a while. Why am I suddenly getting an invoice for it? But I guess maybe they've just been sitting in a Barnes & Noble for a couple of years. But yeah. But you can't get it in e-reader. It's only like $1 to $3. There are options. There's no audiobook, though. I do get questions about an audiobook. I don't know. I'd be comfortable doing the narration, but I'd not as comfortable about doing the voices, especially considering Guia's Scots-Irish. I feel like I'd be offending quite a few people trying to pull off a Scots-Irish accent. Okay. And to be honest, I've never actually listened to an audiobook. As surprising as that might be, I really have no idea how the narration and voices are handled. If they actually do character voices or what. I mean, I understand the concept. We've all been read to as little kids or read to little kids ourselves. But I feel like for an adult novel, gotta be a little more weight to it, I guess. All right, I think this was the other water planet. We're gonna find out real soon. I feel like we're making progress. I mean, all things considered, for as little as it feels like we've done, and trust me, that's just how this game is. It's a lot of warping around, it's a lot of scanning, it's a lot of cruising between planets. For as little as it seems like we've done, I can guarantee you that with how many systems we've actually jumped through, I'll probably have another few million. Like, it adds up so fast. Like, way more than you think. Way faster than you think. So I won't say we haven't done any, like, gotten nothing done. Because we've gotten plenty done. Alright. And you know, that's the joy of going into the black. I mean, when you really think about it, if you are looking for the more realistic of the space games, this is definitely a lot more realistic than No Man's Sky. But when you really think about it, most of space is empty. It's a lot of nothing. So I guess the time to travel between these planets and stuff, even within the same system, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Like, yeah, we all love the idea of, you know, space flight and you know, us leaving the galaxy and that kind of thing. But I think this kind of puts a little bit of that into perspective in terms of just how long you sit around just kind of waiting, right? Well, oh man, surface scan went pretty well, I'd say. Right, let's really launch it. Boom. See how far that goes. It can land in the middle. That should cover it. Is it enough? Ah, just barely. Just barely not enough. That's fine. We still have one more. We still have one more to get our efficiency target. That's cool. If we need it. Oh, just barely. Just barely. This will cover that last %. Just on target. You know, I like getting a little bit under it if I can. But man, this was a pretty big planet, though. I don't run into planets this large all that often. Usually they're like a good medium size. Like, you can cover them usually in like 5 probes, right? Alright, so let's take a look at our galaxy map. Where are we going next, guys? Where we want to explore? Do we want to go up? Do we want to go down? We got options. We got a lot of options here. Let's head out. Let's head out. There's not a whole lot here. Like, you can go up to, I think it's 1,000 above and below the plane. It's like you have a lot of options here. It's not completely three-dimensional like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky doesn't really have an upper or lower plane to the galaxies, I don't think. But here you do. Which makes sense. Alright. Where are we going? Alright, and there we go. It's gonna be in my sight line. Yes. Alright. How long we spent flying between the planets, I'm gonna need to refuel here. Yeah, if you want to do this, if you want to go out and explore, if you want to claim some land, help your fellow travelers. It's really important to get a good fuel scoop. Like, it's like they absolutely were not kidding in all of the guides. You read Reddit and stuff. It's kind of interesting. Like, these space games are maybe the first time you will ever see Reddit as being like a truly helpful and positive resource, right? Like, you generally don't see a ton of toxicity in the Reddits for games like this or for No Man's Sky. Like, everyone's just kind of happy to be flying together in space. I'm sure there's a little PvP salt in this game. I haven't really dealt with that a whole lot. But, you know, it's gonna happen somewhere. All right, so it looks like we've got a lot of metal. Really what I'm getting the impression of here. A lot of metal, a lot of ice. I mean, that's fine. It's cool. Metal content. Oh, these have not been scanned yet. Okay. We're looking for C1, C2. Gotcha. Pretty much all of them around here. Yeah, so all of C's moons are doing good. All right. Yeah, I'll take that as a win. Like these might be belts. Get that cleared out. Very nice. Do I still have anything? No. Okay. D1. Okay, what do we got here? Guessing these are all going to be ice, but belt cluster. Right, moving along. Where? Seeing any other markers though? It says there should be more here. Where? Another gas giant? Oh, another gas giant here. I don't see twin gas giants all that often right next to each other like that. I'm curious about this one right here though. I think that's going to be a class 1 gas giant, but you can find it. That'd be interesting. Could be ammonia too, or another water world. Okay. Where we at? Man, there's still more. Still more to go around. Go. These are all going to be icy. Go. You don't have to like sit there and let it scan either. You can just kind of push your way through it. It's fine. It automatically goes in. Wow, there's still more. Where? Okay. Any others? Come on, guys. Okay, so we got some more down south somewhere. I don't know where. Wow. These? On. Another gas giant? Wow, there is. There is. What is going on with this system? It's a shame that like you don't really get a chance to see them cluster together, because I bet that would look really cool with how close they are. I don't know, maybe once I get into orbit around B1, we can take a look. See if we can get a good screenshot or something. Thankfully, makes it very, very easy to scan. Like, I can't complain about the ease of use here. What's happening? Still more. There we go. Now we're clearing out that 70% pretty quickly. Okay, get that out of the way, see if it's Oh, shows up. No. Okay. Cool. What are you guys? Their icy body. What's on here? Oh. Like the mystery one. Giant gas with water-based life. Okay. So, the other thing with metal-rich planets is you need to find and see if they are terraformable. Now that I don't know a whole lot about. I thought maybe it would say terraformable, but I guess not. But those are the big money ones, right? If you can terraform a planet, whether it's water, earth-based, whatever, that's like big time money. No. Well, should only be one more. Okay. Man, this planet, this system has a lot. It's got some drama. It's got some stuff it's going through. And then some stuff on the other side there. That's cool. That's fine. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Like, we got all of the important stuff, but let me take a look here. We're looking at B1. It features high metal content world. Yeah, see, it doesn't tell me if it's terraformable. It doesn't have no volcanism, though. I think it's one of those things you just kind of have to know. Right? One and B3. Okay, so it's basically like all of the sea stuff. 2, 3, 4. How far am I gonna have to travel for this? So the B's and the C's. Let's go. Where are you, B1? I don't see it on here. Interesting. That'll make it a little bit easier. What's my heat shielding? Okay, it's still good. Make sure that I got that in. It's just B1. Oh. Oh, that's a sun. Okay, that's a star. That explains it. Alright. Go. Make our way there. On first discovery, this system should get me some decent money. Ready. Didn't see any. Basically all of the C's. I didn't see any yeah, no stations or anything like that. Oh, there will be once I sell this to the right man. Oh. Okay. Guia. Man, I don't mind being the first to scan. Like, that's If it wasn't for the fact that I would be the first one to map this, I probably wouldn't deal with this, right? Like these long travel times and all of that. I'd probably just skip the system, like do my full system scan and then move on. Like they're worth a decent amount when they're metal heavy, but like I really want more ammonia and earth-like. Now earth-like's always going to be hard to find, right? I mean, we know that from real life on how hard we're trying to search. But yeah, being a video game, I wish I could find more earth-likes to sell. I really want that anaconda. It's a really cool looking ship. And that is, as you know, the most important part of these games is how cool does the ship look. Like they have another Explorer, the Asp Explorer, that is apparently about the same class as this one. Very popular. But it's like a big floating disc. Like you're driving a frisbee. That does nothing for me, man. If I want a spaceship, I need a cool looking cruiser. They do have like one of the cool things with this game is that you can take passengers. Like you can essentially run a tourism company if you wanted. And they actually have a tourism ship called the Dolphin. And it looks pretty cool. It looks kind of like a Metro bus, but in spaceship form. Or like a Shinkansen, a high-speed rail train. Kind of what it looks like. They did a good job overall with the ship designs for the really big stuff. But yeah, the littler ships, tiny little ones. Like, why are there so many frisbees? That is one thing. Like No Man's Sky, they don't put out a whole lot of different proc-gen ships very often. You basically have the living ship and you have the Sentinel ship that just came out not too long ago, last year, I think. That's really about it. But overall, their ships are pretty cool looking. Some of the haulers are kind of like, But yeah, the Sentinel ships are really cool. I hope they keep doing more with proc-gen ships. I know they're busy with a new game and gonna be exploring a fantasy world and all of that. But I really want more proc-gen ships in No Man's Sky. I mean, No Man's Sky kind of started it all for Hello Games, right? Like, I know they've had other stuff before, but I mean, it's like Sean Murray's passion. So even though they've got a new game coming out, I don't think they're going to give up on No Man's Sky. Like, they're not going to end development of it. They love the game too much, and they love the community around it too much. Like, them as people just really like working on it, I think. So, yeah, we'll see what this year brings with the new stuff. Worst comes to worst, I keep building my bases. And then I go to the anomaly and sometimes I just sit in that little middle section. Just watch the ships come in from other people. It's fun. It's nice. It's nice to see what other people are doing, what other people are flying. And just about every time I go to the anomaly, there's like at least a couple speaking usually French or German. Very, very rarely I'll see some Spanish in there. But they're just sitting in front of the Quicksilver mission table. They're just chatting, just having a good time, just hanging out. Like, that's what it's all about, man. Like, you've conquered the stars. Now enjoy it with some other people. Yeah, just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy what it all looks like. I'm curious what it looks like close to the galactic core in this game, because I hear that's when the stars really start to show up. Like, not just like the types of stars, but the actual backgrounds. I've heard it looks really, really cool up there. That's gonna be a long journey. I don't know how long it would take me to get to the galactic core. But it is kind of cool that like some of the stuff that we know about in our galaxy have become kind of they become kind of pilgrimages for people in these games, right? Like Sagittarius A has something going on with it, with some sounds coming off of it or something like that. There's yeah, you got the galactic core in the middle, the big black hole. It was kind of cool to look and look around. You know, I know where Sol is in the bubble. Then you can also look and you can see like Sirius and that kind of thing. In fact, let me look that up while we're cruising. Like that's kind of the whole point. When you're cruising, is that gives you a chance to look at the wiki. Maybe they did that on purpose. All right, Elite Dangerous Black Hole. Here we go. Because yeah, you can find black holes and you can make apparently a lot of money. Relatively rare objects and cannot be fuel scooped. Not be flown into directly due to their exclusion zones. They present a minor hazard. Okay. Okay. Sagittarius A is the Milky Way's only known supermassive black hole. Okay. So I wonder if they're mentioned. How do you find black holes? Power play so that all stars are not in the bubble. Oh. Okay. How to find black holes on the galaxy map. I'm guessing most of them would have been found by now, if it was really as easy as this looks. Yeah, you turn it off, because I, like, realistic mode is what I'm using to actually map my course that you guys have seen. But you can switch it to power play mode, and it does not show the stars. It becomes a lot harder to find. Okay. It becomes a lot harder to find, like, checkpoints. To route your system. Okay. You have to find a star that shines brighter than any of the others. In doing that, turn the map back to realistic and check the system data. If there is no data, go there. Huh. Put the galactic plane in the background, and then look for the black dots. Type stars. Okay. I don't know what most of this means. I don't know if I've ever actually seen the, yeah. Okay. This. Alright, 6 probe efficiency target. I think we can get that. That shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so I gotta get like right down in the middle, huh? That's fine. See if that hits the target. Probably not. I'll probably be just a little bit off. Yeah, just a little off center. That's all right. We got one more probe. Let's see if we can hit it. I mean, you have infinite probes. You're not limited to target. But you want to try getting as much of your target as you can, right? There we go. Nice. Nice. There we go. Let's take a look and see if we can see what they're talking about. What does the galaxy plane look like? Okay, there's the galaxy plane. Look for black hole, black dots. Okay. Yeah, so I'm guessing all of those are black holes. But I have no way of knowing how to actually get to an AO. There we go. So I'm missing something here. Okay. I'm not seeing... Like, I see black dots, but I can't tell if that's just the texture of the background or if that's something I can actually go to, you know? Does that make sense? What do we got there? Blue, white star. Okay. Doesn't help me. Yeah. Not, I'm coming up empty, guys. Where am I? Here we go. Not seeing anything. Snuffy? Oh no. Okay. Little stars down here though. I'm not missing it, am I? Like, you guys don't see anything either, right? I'd like to find one, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you look at this. Look at how big this thing. You can. I can't remember what it said. Like 400,000 stars or something like that. Can't remember. It's a lot. There are a lot of stars you can go and explore. B-type stars do tend to have new. Okay. Don't know what any of that means. We'll look at that while I'm traveling to the next system. To the area. Next planet. Here we go. Oh god, I almost entered orbital cruise. Come on, get me out of here. It takes so long to leave planets. I'm gonna oh, I shouldn't have looked. Shouldn't have looked. I'm never gonna escape. Hey. Alright. Let's take a look at this and see. E-type stars do tend to have neutron stars. Okay. I don't know what a B-type is. There you go. Guessing it's all of this over here. Tells me what kind of star we're really kind of talking about. GOV. Yeah, so it's KGB foam is the easy way to remember which ones you can actually refuel at, right? Okay, KGB foam, but I really have not seen that many B-type stars that I can think of. Just off the top of my head, anyways. I am real curious. I'm now I'm on the hunt. That's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna be worried about this for a while. But that's the fun. Like, that's why I play these games. So that I can get out here and find things that that no one has found before. Telling my boss about this game at work. I'm curious if he's gonna end up picking it up at all. He's a big he's a big sci-fi fan. He was telling me about that book series Red Rising. He's been trying to get me into it. He's a big Star Trek fan, and I feel like he would really like this because he loves No Man's Sky. Okay, now let's turn on power play mode and see if anything shows up. Yeah, no. I just said look for stars that look brighter than the others. But power play mode, unfortunately, does not help me this far out in the black. As you can see, it doesn't show the stars, right? Just kind of have to wing it. No. I kind of feel like I need to be going this direction anyways, get away from that southern area down there. Like Witch Head, Orion Nebula, that's an issue. That's where the Thargoids are. They're like the alien race of the game. Cause a lot of problems. Okay, no. I mean, again, I imagine any black holes in this area have probably already been mapped. Just because it is so close to the bubble. You never know. I like to hope. Okay, no. I'm not seeing like any B-type stars at all. Blue supergiant. Oh, interesting. I don't know if we found a blue supergiant. Star class. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at star types, not the star class. Oh, that changes things a bit. Okay. All right, how are we doing on our travels? Oh, are we there? Okay. I didn't think we'd get there that fast. Boom. Boom, we got 6 probes. Probe limit. We can do it. Look at that. Look at how much ground that covers. Guess I gotta get... I think I might have missed. We'll see. A little bit of coverage. Whether or not I'm going to be able to carry the rest of it, I don't know. Let's try. Give it a shot. Ooh, I think it was just off. I think it... Oh, there we go. Hey, there we go. Nice. Nice. All right, now 2. I wish there was more than just metallics here, but I mean, I cannot pass up being the first one to discover them, right? Oh, okay. Here we go. Now it's taking me out. I don't know what's going on. Okay, B-type stars tend to have neutron stars, and black hole and M do, in fact. And 6.5.05 Ls? Okay, that shouldn't take too long once we actually get out of the atmosphere here. Oh. Like, man, if we could really, like, travel out in space, this would 100% be what I would be doing most of the time. It's, you know, exploring, trying to find the new worlds, having a good time, listening to my synthwave, my license for synthwave music. It'd probably be a bunch of like 70s and 80s old man rock, in true trucker fashion. I really need to watch heavy metal again. It's been a while. I've said a lot that that's kind of my just put on in the background and watch it movie. Put it on the second monitor. But yeah, that one's always a good one. With the hippie aliens, that one's Yeah, that's about right. I think my ship would not be a giant smiley Kirby, but... Or who knows, maybe it would be. If it moves, right? Alright. So once we get the rest of the sea planets scanned here, let's see if I can't rechart our course and try and find a B-type star. I've got more than enough fuel. We'll be able to refuel on the way too, I'm guessing. I haven't really had too much of an issue with that yet. Oh, we just missed our target. Just missed it. Nah, that's fine. It happens. Should have aimed just a little bit over the horizon for a couple of them. Yep. Thankfully, these planets are all going to be pretty close together, so... I have to hope that they're not, like, blocking each other's view, right? Behind us, yeah. Of course, the planet's in the way. Beat up and do the old slingshot. Come on. Don't take me back down. There we go. Alright, that one's a little bit further. Now let's take a look. Where are we right now? Alright, and then where are we going? Okay, so this has an F-type star. Gotcha. I'm kind of curious about that blue supergiant we saw earlier too, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to find it again. Ooh, a T-Towery star. Ooh, that might be kind of cool. Towery star look like? Oh, they're brand new stars. Okay. Ooh, that sounds kind of cool, actually. Plot our way over there. I just want to see it and maybe get a good screenshot. Oh man, we went like way off course. There we go. Come on. We are on C3, right? I think we are. There we go. Oh yeah, I can't slow down fast enough. See if I'm close enough to enter orbit. There. Man, we got there faster than I thought. I thought that was at least one Wikipedia page long for our journey. All right, what's our probe limit? 4? Okay. Let's aim just a little bit above the horizon this time. A little bit below on that one. A little bit below on that one. A little bit behind on that one. Ooh, not enough. Yeah, see, it's that a little bit behind it there. I'll need to aim a little bit higher next time. If it's the same size. Oh, don't take me into orbital cruise. There we go. Yeah. Good planet. All right. This one won't take too long too once we get out. Let's see if we can get to that tower star. I'm really curious what it looks like. That one I found was pretty cool. Hourglass. Now that I could ever find it again. I need to start putting some of these bookmarks up. Like, I don't know anything about Wikipedia editing or anything like that, so I'm not the best when it comes to those kind of things. Like contributing that kind of information. I wish I was. But you know what? That's why I stream. So I can go back where you guys can just tell me next time. Like, hey, it was this system. Cool, thanks. Alright, so this should be the last one. Alright, how big is this one gonna be? That is the question. I do wonder if going like to the extremes, either above or beyond the plane, gives you anything wilder. That'd be kind of cool. But I guess that might be a little bit too easy. Then everyone would do it, right? And we'll scan on the way. You know, if we run into another metal-rich system, I probably won't spend a whole lot of time on it, right? But, yeah. See if I've figured it out. But it'll really depend on if I am the first one to discover it. If I am the first to discover it, then yeah, we'll probably end up doing it. Because I want that money. I need as much money as I possibly can get to get this stupid ship. But you know, if it's just a normal one, it's fine. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Okay. There weren't any. Yeah. Get me out of this atmosphere. Now, what it's going to be like trying to jump to it, that I don't know. I don't know how much space we've got. Get me out. Usually once I hit 1 mm, it's usually good enough. Yes. Do I need any fuel? No, I'm good. What else we got here? Okay, 100% discovered. Makes that easy then. All right. We can do a little scooping on the way. Little light brush. Or not. That's cool too. Red Guia. Guess that's where we are now. Guess that's the name of our system. But I mean, the bubble is still in sight, so we're still pretty close. Overall. The only thing that helps on our side is the fact that there's just so many stars. Okay. This doesn't have like any planets. Okay. Oh, that's right. Because these are not fuel stars. That's why. I was wondering why I wasn't scooping up. It's cool. I've got enough. Worst comes to worst, I reroute. I'm sure one of these stars nearby can do it. Alright, come on. Give me something good. All been metal and one ammonia planet. That's not enough to live on. Man's gotta eat. Okay. We're here. Or any other stars? Be nice to know. Guess not. That's cool. It's just a normal star. It's just a young star. Nothing interesting. One body. Well, I guess it's a young star, which means it hasn't been around long enough to exist. To pull things in its wake. Right, well, you know, it was good. It was worth a shot. We got there. That's a blue-white star. Move up a bit. Keep moving up. Got a longer jump range than I keep giving my ship credit for. There we go. It's an F star. Another Towery star. And it's a lot of Toweries. Here I was thinking it was all unique because it was dumb and had not been paying attention. Blue, white, green star, E, Towery, or blue, white. Well, I'm not really seeing a whole lot else. So we might end up heading to that blue-white star. Let's see here, where was it? Oh, wait. B class. B class. All right, let's go. Let's give it a shot. Can you make it? Probably not an old enough star to actually get any scoop off of it. Okay, and we can fuel up here. I might need it for this next one. All right. I mean, it's a big galaxy. I'm not giving my hopes up. It could just end up being, you know, another normal star. But you gotta hope. You gotta hope. Right. Here we go. Might be a little too close to the sun there. There we go. We can chill here. I think we'll be fine. I've got some pretty decent heat shields on this thing. Rocky ice, okay. All right, we won't need too much, I don't think. Let's take a look at our route. See how many jumps we're actually doing on this thing. It's not a ton. I don't have the Anaconda yet. We got a ways to go. Oh. Yeah, that's only 2 more jumps. Wow. That's kind of a surprise. Light years go fast when you got a decent jump drive, I guess. That upgrade really does some work. I definitely recommend it. I just wish that I could find some chemical processors in a way that doesn't involve fighting things. Like, yeah, I can search the decoded emissions and whatnot, but like, man, there's just so many of those in every system. It's gonna take forever. All right, good enough. Let's go. I feel like this track in the background is very fitting. I'm digging it. It fits the space, right? All right. I'm surprised the past few haven't really had many planets. Like, not even just like good planets, just planets. Kind of striking out even in the icy zone. All right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ah, or ice. All ice. That's all I ever get. Metal rich, I guess. Yeah, these have already been mapped. I'll scan it, but I'm not gonna actually go to the planets and do scans for them. Not when they've already been mapped and I've got a mission. Okay. Weird, they don't have an orbit. They're just dead planets out there. Right. Yeah, usually it'll show you their orbit after you scan them. Kinda creepy. Can you imagine finding a planet that's just essentially just a giant asteroid just sitting there, not doing anything, not spinning. Nothing. Sure, they're out there. Yeah. That terrifies me. Something in space that's not moving around another object. Unless you're a sun. Okay, what do we got? Man, there's still more. Hey, we're getting there. Okay, that's a mission. How about you? Belt, maybe? Guessing it's a belt. Oh no, high metal content. Okay, fine. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Everything else is going to be behind the sun. 82%, that's fine. That's cool. Right. Skim a little off the top. Why not? Okay. I doubt we'll find a black hole. I feel like that would be way too easy. But I am curious what the B-type stars look like. I'm guessing they're big and bright. Okay. Looks like every other star. It's just, it glows a little bit different, I guess. Oh, wait, no. Still got more jumps to go. Oh, that would explain it. I see. They're like 10 planets. Okay. Rocky ice. Oh, oh. That one's feeling saucy today. All right. Needed to be a little different. Okay. Stepping out of its comfort zone. Yeah. Yeah, there's like usually when it forces you to zoom in like this, it means there's two objects very close to each other. So that's what I was curious about. Yeah. All right. More fuzz. All right, I got one more body sitting around somewhere. Nice. Cool. We did it. Yay. And here we go. This is more like it. And do a little skimming. Sure. All right, and then after this, I guess, I don't know, I guess we just make our way back. See what our discoveries have made us. It'll probably be about 1.5 million, I would guess. If that. Usually stuff out in the black does sell for a lot more. Oh, that's bright. Very bright. Kinda cool though. Yeah. Got anything for us? Ooh, you've got some riches. Got a good variety going on. Looks like mostly gas giants. Couple metal rich. Okay. Oh, there we go. So there is a gas giant around. Got it. I'm guessing this is icy. Oh, two giants next to each other. Interesting. All right, cool. The weak signal. I'm guessing it's just some belts. Yeah. Here, I'll get that out of the way. Get out of here, belts. Okay. Now, these are all metal rich. We'll just head back. Yeah. But yeah, I think it was worth the trip. Might as well check it out. I think that was everything. Yeah. Some dead rocks. A lot of dead rocks. And there's a lot. So no Earth-likes today. I think we're a little too close to the bubble. I feel like they would have been fighting over it. They found another Earth-like that close. It's giant with water-based life. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, they're not going to have any, we're not going to find any stations out here. Orbital stations or anything like that. I'd like to be able to sell some of this stuff, but I think we're going to have to go back to the bubble. Or at least somewhat close to it. Okay. Yo. So many rocks. Go. Speaking of, we've been selling a lot of pet rocks. Like the pet rock. Apparently they're making a comeback. We started with something like 3 crates. 3 or 4 crates, and we sold through them for Christmas. I mean, I guess they make good gag gifts. Yeah, we were reading up a little bit about the guy that created them. He did pretty well for himself. You know, you got an idea. Might as well go with it. Is how V-tubing started? Oh, class 4 gas giant. I don't know if I've seen a class 4 before. Okay. Gotta find 3 more. Okay. Come on. Heavy metal content type world. Other one. They have been mapped. Okay. Well, that just makes my job easier. I don't think there were anything on that flight path. That orbit. It's probably behind the sun. That's fine. 96 is cool. It'll still give me a fair amount of credits. All right. Oh, I did not mean to turn combat mode on. All right, well, let's try and find our way back. Yeah, I'm guessing there's no other systems out here that actually have anything. I'll restart now. I was gonna hope, at the very least, for a system that at least had some kind of... Okay, well, that's cool. I mean, look at how much ground we covered. That was a fair amount, I'd say. Well, power play mode. Yeah. Okay, get back to some normal areas down here. I'm trying to remember which station around here I found that would let me buy the Anaconda. Can't remember. See, that's still not in. It's like right down here. It might have been Ho Chi Minh. No. Oh, that's not it. Or on Comey, maybe? What's its... No, it was a high security system. Oh. I don't think it was Ho Chi Minh. Indini. Well, we can go to Indini anyways. Government corporate. Okay. So the dotted line, by the way, that means you do not have enough fuel to make the jump with how your route is plotted. So you need to refuel. Straight line means you've got enough fuel, assuming you don't burn a ton of it doing something else, right? Thankfully, we don't have that issue. Once you've got the fuel scoop, you can just kind of do whatever you want. It shouldn't take us that long to get back, to be honest. Like, if we're doing straight jumps, it would probably take us longer to refuel the fuel scoop than it would to actually make these jumps. With how long the range on this thing is. I'm very curious what the Anaconda is like. I'm so excited to actually get that eventually. Yeah, nothing really here. We'll scan it anyways. Just to get our points in, right? Like, it's free money. Why would I not? Even if it's icy, like, that's still like 20k credits at the very least. Since I'm out in the black, it's probably at least at least 100k. Okay. Little content, yeah, these have been mapped, so that answers that. Here, rocky body. So I need to find 2 more. And here's 1. And there's 2. Cool. We'll go ahead and scoop up for a second. Oh, a little too hot. There we go. Wow, I'm actually able to get almost 170 without actually raising my heat shields. Interesting. I thought my limit on this ship was about 150-ish, but all right, I'll take it. Man, that's so fast. It's so fast. I still can't get over it. Like, I can't imagine needing like a higher tier. I can't remember. I think this is a fuel scoop 3A. It might be a 4A. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what? They want me to go with a higher tier. Like, what? How fast did like, do you even really need to sit in the star? Can you just fuel up while you fly through it? All right. Honk this system. They call it honking. I'm learning this as I go along too, so. All right. Nah, rocky bodies. Scan like 1 just to get a few credits for it, but I'm not super concerned with it. Oh, it's only got 5 planets. Might as well. Assuming they're not blocked by the sun. Yeah. Yo. Got 1 more sitting out somewhere, but where would it be? Guessing behind the planet, or behind the star. In which case, I'm not gonna worry. Enough. I think that's probably enough to hop it. All right. Yeah, I wish there was an easier way to get back. I'll be honest. Like, I'm doing all of this discovery stuff, but I've got to sell it eventually. It'll be different once I get the Anaconda. Then I'll be exploring for the sake of exploring, but right now I'm trying to make some money because exploration is some good money. There you go. Fine. Eh. So. Okay. Rocky ice, got it. I think that's, oh, no, more. Oh, one more on this side. Where's the other one? Hey, hey, we actually managed to clear this one. Nice. How we doing on fuel? We'll skim a little off the top. I mean, even though it's fast, that's usually enough to keep me alive, keep me up for another jump. We'll take a look at our route here in a second. I am curious how far out we are. I feel like we barely moved. Yet, we're at almost hour 3 of this, right? These are all going to be rocky. 13, yeah. All together too. Let's move on to the next one. Go down the line. Signal. Oh, twins. Okay. Here we go. Now we're cruising. Now that I don't have to worry about traveling for planetary scans. It goes so fast. Alright, I think that's all I can get on this side of the sun. So we'll scoop a little bit just to make sure. Okay. 111 will be more than enough. Alright, well overall I feel like this has been a good start to the new year. You know? If we're gonna try improving the channel and, you know, grow our content a little bit. I don't know if a sleepy time chill space planet scanning game is really the way to do it, but yeah. Get out of here before I blow up. There we go. I really did not mean to do that. It's fine. I've got repair kits. I've got heat sinks, worst comes to worst. But yeah, I mean, I figure, you know, might as well start the year. First thing that I do in the new year is do a stream, right? Yeah. Okay, this one, a lot of belts. Oh. Lucky eyes, couple metallic, maybe one metallic. Yeah. Where was the other one? Oh, down here. The metallic? Yeah. Still one more metallic sitting around somewhere. Here we go. Here we got 13. Gotta worry about all of them. Go ahead and leave it at that. Do I need to do anything for my AFMS? I think I do. Modules. Health. Oh, yeah, they're fine. They're fine. So I've got a tool that will let me do auto repairs. I don't know how to use it yet, but it is an option. But I didn't even take any hull damage from that, which is kind of surprising. My old ship would have blown up like way before that warning lasted that long. Probably before the warning even got to that point. Okay. couple more ticks and we'll make our way out. And it'll still scoop along the way too. Alright, so now we're getting back into the coal sector. That's an easy way to know when you're almost home. I'm curious about the Draconis sector though. I was very, very surprised that I found planets that had not been scanned. And like one system got me 1.2 million. It's like, this is like right outside the bubble. How did it last this long? I don't know if they reset it after a certain amount of time or what. Kind of feels like it would go against the whole thing. Only 2 planets as well. One's a gas giant. Yeah. And up we go. I think the frame shift drive increases heat as it's booting up. Maybe. That's just what I've noticed whenever I'm in an area that has a fair amount of heat to begin with. It doesn't matter as much in deep space. Like if I am scooping in the sun and I use it, it does seem like it increases the heat. I don't know if maybe because I'm moving forward slightly or what. Anything good? No. More useless belts. Yeah. Go. 25 planets. I'm not scanning all of that. Scan the gas giants, I guess. Wow. Like planets within planets here. How many systems does this thing have? There's... Man. Thing's got all kinds of moons. More? Yeah. I knew I missed some up here. It won't be that hard to scan 25. Going on. So, well, I mean, when you think about it, like Jupiter has a ton of moons. Doesn't Saturn have like 13 moons or something like that? Okay. Another gas giant. Oh. All right, well, we're breezing through these a lot faster than I thought. All right, good enough. Oh, no. It's easy when they're all surrounding gas giants like this. Most systems are not. Like usually if this was in the bubble, this is the kind of system that would have like a ton of refineries and stuff around it. I think players, like if you form a company, you can like make your own star bases and stuff, which is kind of cool. I'm not part of the Something Awful group. Dangerous Frogs or whatever. But think that is pretty neat. It's a lot like Eve Online in that regard, I think. I played for like a week. Oh, missing one more. There we go. That does it. Wow, I really did not expect to scan all of them, but they're gonna make it easy on me like that. Why not? Okay. All right. We're almost there. Oh, I still didn't check my map. I keep forgetting. This is the power of streamer brain, right? This is what happens. You get distracted, you start scanning a few giants, trying to find the perfect Earth. I just hope the system we're going to has some places to land. It says it's industrial, so I imagine it will. Alright, so before we do that, how far out are we? I am very curious. Okay. Actually, not as far as I thought. Got like 6 jumps. Maybe a little more than that. They make it easy when they don't give me anything in their system, so... Alright, off we go then. Won't fly at the sun. Yeah. Okay, I think this next system... Well, we'll see. We'll see how I'm doing on fuel. That's the downside. It's fast to charge, but it's also burned very fast when you're doing these big jumps like this. Like, it's a fairly efficient engine that I've got. Especially with the upgrade. But, yeah, it does take a fair chunk of fuel. Right. Not really a whole lot. That got me up to half. Okay, and off we go. I can't imagine there's going to be too much systems. Like 99% of the systems I've been in, it's just been ice or rocky. You know, we found a fair amount of metallic rich, which I mean is better money than rocky, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily good money. It's not money that I'm, you know, jumping over desks to get to. But then again, I mean, I don't know what a good haul of discovery material technically is. Like, I don't know, like, what the ceiling is, right? For all I know, maybe 1.3 is like the ceiling that you can get for a system. But, you know, I hear about these people that come back from their discoveries and their exploration ventures, making, you know, 100 million, something like that, more. I really don't know. And that must be a lot of systems, I would assume, that they're going through. Plus the return trip, assuming they don't find an outpost somewhere. So this one has a couple. Looks like mostly metal. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go park myself in the sun. There we go. Because the scoop works while you are doing other things. Just need to sit here for a second and make sure that my heat shield is not going to be raising temp a ton. Down there at the bottom left, just right next to my head. It's right here. I'm basically looking at it. There we go. All right. Rocky. Ice. If I gotta refuel anyways, I might as well get a little money out of it. Okay. Anything else? Four more. 1, 2. What's that? See, this shows it should have something here. It's not. That's weird. Really need that. Right, where's the last two? Ah, here we go. We'll do it. Okay. And okay. Alright, and we're mostly refueled. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost home. You feel that final stretch. Ugh. Yeah, it's nothing like the feeling of returning home after a long jaunt into space. Ugh. Me, my bed is wherever the road takes me. Put me in, give me a nice cabin in the back of my old wheel wagon. I'll sleep under the stars. Okay. Okay, it might be the next one after this. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making stuff up again. I felt like it was about 6 jumps. We'll find out here in about 2 seconds. Okay. Oh, the lenses sector. Maybe that is where I needed to be. Oh. Oh, this one's got an interesting spectral analysis. We're gonna explore this one a little bit here. 28 bodies, okay. Our gas shine, that makes sense. That checks out. What else is going on here? Let's get this cleared out so it doesn't keep pinging it. right. Gas giant? Gas giants. Okay. I see one's out of the way. We know they're coming up. Is that an ammonia ridge? I think it might be. With that little bit to the right. This little section, right? I think that's an ammonia ridge. Oh, okay. Just keep zooming. So many icy bodies. Get them out of the way. Get them scanned in. Try and get it cleared up a little bit. Or still. Help. Oh, there's still more. You. Okay. Here we go. Any more? Any more? No. Almost there. Yes, and it's going to end up being on the other side. It's going to be a little disappointing. Oh. Water World. There we go. That one's a huge one, too. Activities, exploration, and mining is B11-1. Cool. And need two more. Might as well finish it out, right? There we go. 100% scan. We'll take it. Yeah, there's no, I don't see any... Okay, here we go. Oh, we're almost back to port. We're almost there, guys. Hang in there. Oh. We go. I see, the thing is, I was looking for a specific spaceport. I cannot remember where it was. I need to learn how to bookmark things. It would definitely go a long way. Hey, anything good? No. We got enough fuel to make it. There we go. All right. I know this is probably going to end up being the wrong system too. That's okay. All of the spaceports have something I can figure out. They'll all have a place that I can at least sell all of this, right? But I'm also trying to remember the spaceport that I could not figure out how to bookmark was the one that sold the Anaconda. But I guess maybe I could just look at someone's free online spreadsheet to figure all of that out. Mapped. Anything good? Okay. Like for really nice ships, I usually try looking for one of the actual manufacturing company ports. Usually you can tell because they have like a very corporate name, right? Mutual Genetic Science, Gurney Enterprise. I don't think this was it, but we're gonna give it a look. Need to sell stuff anyways. Let's just careful of the sun there. I think it was like Jefferson Enterprises, maybe. All right. And it's not that far away either. Nice. Yeah, anything that's got the name Enterprise in it, usually, just from what I've seen, I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to it. They typically have a little bit better stock of their ships. Usually some of the rarer ships. Now, if you want the really, really big ones, you know, if you're a big, like, Eve fan, you guys remember buying those huge Titans and whatnot. Usually you need rep. I have not done a whole lot with rep. You gotta run missions and donate and that. I'm basically just pure exploration at this point, but you know, if I can unlock some cool stuff with it, then maybe. I just don't think that there is a rep based expedition ship. At least not that beats the Anaconda. Anaconda's like probably the best, and apparently it's pretty good size to begin with too. I think it needs a large dock. You can only really dock at spaceports like this. These huge ones. You're a little more limited on what you can do with it. Not going to be able to land on a planet, you know, things like that. Speaking of, yes, whenever I do get my Anaconda, to do all of my upgrades to my FSD, I guess I need to take it off and put it on another ship? I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm just going to have to buy it outright, but yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do the, because I don't think Farseer Point has a large dock. Like, you can't land on planets with a large ship like that. Guess it'll be a matter of seeing what it actually has on it. Worst comes to worst, I buy it and store it. Move it onto a smaller ship or something. All right. Come on, Gurney. Come on, Gurney. Take me in, buddy. Now, you can manually dock in this. I've never tried it. I'm way too bad at steering this thing to try auto docking. Especially when you see that the dock actually rotates. That's too scary. That's too much. I'll be taking out this whole spaceport with me. He asked me to do it on my own. Yeah, there's the Dolphin. Yeah. See it there on the right. Kind of a cool looking ship. You can buy one for yourself. You can do passenger runs, because there are tourists that will pay you to, like, take them to cool places. I think it's pretty neat as a concept for the game. And boom. We made it. Yay. All right. Let's see what all of this ended up being worth. Oh, okay. All right. 4 million. Not bad. I'll take it. What was worth the most, I wonder? Yeah, it doesn't look like anything in particular was worth a ton. I don't know what in the world it was that I scanned that got me 1.5 million. was just off one system, but I truly do not know. Oh, here we go. Yeah, hip four. There we go. That was our breadwinner this time. Nice. That was the one with all the metallics that we did the first time scanning for. Base change. All right, wait, did it not give me a bonus? That gave me a bonus for first time scans? Maybe I wasn't the first one to scan it. I don't know what the deal is. All right. Hey, Tech, I don't think they're going to have any. Yeah. I was hoping. Never know. They don't have any chemical processors. That's cool. That's fine. No phosphorus either. It's super easy to find phosphorus. It's just kind of a pain. Pain to mine. Yeah, see, they got 15 ships. Maybe this was the here's the dolphin. Cool. Maybe this was the one I was looking at. Wait, what is all this? Heavy combat ship. Racing prototype. Huh. That's kind of cool. I've never seen those before. Multi-purpose. The Beluga liner. That's cool. Largest passenger capacity of any South Kruger vessel. Where's the one I want? Yeah, here's the Anaconda. Oh, 146. Yeah, so we've still got a ways. So we're a ways out. But we're making it. We're doing it. Right. Well, for being a gorilla stream, I feel like I got a lot done. But it's time for me to try and get a little bit of sleep and get ready for work tomorrow. But thanks a ton for ringing in the new year with me. Happy New Year, everybody, and I hope you have a good start to it. We'll be back later on this week, and yeah, a little more energy next time. I think it's just yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're just hanging out in space. We're just vibing. But that being said, I appreciate everyone that has had a chance to give me a few views over the course of this past year. Yeah, I appreciate it. Everyone that watches VOD, even if it's just for the 20 seconds or whatever for it to register on YouTube. I mean, every little bit counts. And for everyone that's stuck with me this past year, and you know, we made the change to the VTuber stuff, and you know, it was a big year, but I appreciate everyone that's stayed by my side, and everyone that's come to join the channel. And it's just it's been a fun and exciting experiment, and I'm ready to make the second year even better. You know, I guess our next big holiday for me is going to be whenever the 1 year VTubing anniversary comes up. I think in February or March. I gotta take a look. But that being said, you know, if you can, you know, have a good time this year and be safe out there. Don't. Hopefully the morning is not too rough for you. If you're new to the channel, you know, I'm Wes. Please like, subscribe. You know the deal. Take care, everybody. You enjoy the rest of your night/morning. I will see you for the rest of 2024. Bye-bye.